So the first video that we're gonna watch is gonna be from Golgat100. If you're not subscribed to Golgat100, you should be subscribed to Golgat100. Like, I don't know what you're doing with your life. You just watched this? Yeah, I just saw it. It just like popped out on my homepage. So let's watch this first. I have no idea what it is. But yeah.
So you'll be able to actually hire some NPC crewmen on your bigger ships, and you'll be able to hire NPCs to fly on your wing. I mean, the system's going to work in such a way that you'll say, I need someone to fly escort for me.
Wait, this is about NPC crews. Okay.
It could be a player, or it could be an NPC.
Yeah, we're gonna watch Newbie Fire's
NPCs
video.
to crew your ship. That's going to be kind of fun. You can see them wandering around and doing stuff. Absolutely.
Players will always be able to hire NPC crewmen in the game to help man turrets, run consoles and fly escort. If you would like the option of customizing your crew, you can create your own NPCs by using a game character slot.
Wait. Whoa. I didn't see this. Digital Mercenary. The finished game for your PC with your RSI Aurora spaceship ready to fly. 1000 game credits, alpha access. Wait. This is just like, okay. I thought you will like buy NPCs back then. I have no idea.
You'll then have the option of handing off control to an AI. As an additional bonus, friends can drop in to take over these crewmen themselves.
Can you tell us a little about your vision for the command and control centers on the larger ships? Essentially, you'll be sort of tasking instructions and orders out to the ships. If they're NPC owned, then then obviously the NPCs will obey you. When we get down later, this is probably sort of the dogfight V2 or V3, probably more like V3, when we have a couple of big capital ships. It'll be kind of fun to see two groups of players come in, like maybe in two corvettes or whatever, and go launch their fighters and go at each other, and there'll be sort of a mixed command and control. I mean, it's going to be almost like a whole other game.
Okay, so that's how he is connecting the dots. Like, they're promoting NPCs and they're selling corvettes or like Idrisi, whatever. Because yeah, back then, and I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, it's even the same thing is still, I guess, a thing, because they keep on telling us that the NPC crew is coming. What's up, Patchism?
Go at each other, and there'll be sort of a mixed command and control. I mean, it's going to be almost like a whole other game.
What's up, Apex?
It's really great stuff I've seen going back and forth. I mean, because it's not just, like I said, command and control. There's engineering, there's helm, there's life support. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different things, communication, radar, and certainly if the players are doing it, they're going to have an edge over the NPCs. So we'll make it so the NPCs are good, but they're not as good as like an efficiently run sort of player group of running a ship.
Currently, no, we're not anticipating the NPCs could turn rogue and rebel. I mean, like, basically decide they're going to mutiny and take over your ship. Yeah, that's like a V3.
Yeah, that was all 10 years ago, unfortunately.
Feature.
We could just have them.
We plan for the NPCs to completely man a ship that you own, or multiple ships. They'll work just like the contract system for a human player. When we get the NPCs to work, you'll actually give them contracts, and so you're telling them what to do with the ship. So if the command is, I'm transferring my cargo to the ship that is owned by me, and I want you to take it back to our hangar or base or whatever, and sell it, that is something that is planned to happen.
Our next focus in the close future will be on the multi-crew ships. Multi-crew AIs should be able to support you, taking control of any seat at any given time, understanding what you want to do and helping you in your mission.
See, one side of me wants to say, fuck that shit, right? But there's the other side of me that wants to say also that we're getting closer to it, right? Because we know that they're currently working on nav meshing for ships for the NPCs, so the NPCs can navigate through ships. So that's gonna tie in the bounty hunting, and then maybe that's gonna like give us AI on the ships. But for that, I guess we will need like resource management because they want to roll out the engineers at the same time, right? I don't know. But it's so fucking frustrating, honestly.
AI may not be as sophisticated as the stuff that we'll have later on down the road, but all those would be factors that should and will be considered in the AI.
We've started work on the AI crew skills and stats system, which governs how good an AI is at doing a specific job and how players can improve their AI crew at fulfilling specific tasks.
Sure. 2015. Sure.
This feature isn't going to arrive in 2016, but I can talk a bit about where we're heading. Some of the NPCs that you encounter during your travels may, depending upon how the conversation goes, offer their services to you. This method of recruitment will be considerably more time-consuming than flipping pages at the local personnel office, but oftentimes it's also going to be where you're more likely to find a bargain or a multidiscipline NPC. Some of the first duties that NPC crew members would be able to perform would be things like operating the scanners and weaponry on a ship, serving as onboard security of a designated area, or acting as a general purpose engineer capable of effecting repairs. Farther down the road would be...
They will also be able to T-pose and walk into a wall continuously.
More exotic functions like acting as pilot, for which we've already done a lot of the groundwork. AI ships are already quite capable of engaging in combat and landing, but they don't yet know how to position a ship when the objective is to retrieve ejected cargo, or how to hover over the surface of an asteroid body.
Yeah.
We're predominantly...
See, the question here is... I can say that I understand that we don't have NPC crew right now. But what's up with the AI blades, though? Because we already have NPC gunners or AI gunners in like the NPC hammerheads and other ships. So why don't we have that for our ships already? I guess I'm asking too many questions.
Focused on ships with smaller crews at the moment. In order to make some of the larger ships really feel occupied, though, you might need many dozens or even hundreds of NPCs. Cooks and janitors and security guards then could be hired in mass, allowing you to focus on hiring
cooks and janitors,
just the individual specialists. We might allow the concept of ship insurance to be extended to cover senior officers of your NPC crew for an additional charge commensurate with their demonstrated capabilities.
There you go. I can't wait to get more NPC life into Star Citizen Live. It's going to be pretty damn cool. And just so you know, Tony and Francesco Riccucci, who's our lead AI engineer, have been making great progress internally on Subsumption and our new mission system. So watch for further updates in the coming months on that.
And one of the areas where it's, we're just going to take, I think, a dramatic leap forward is going to be when we actually start to incorporate the crew. They hire NPC, could be player characters, with a particularly high combat rating, and then basically anyone that wants to board that ship and try to take it over is first going to have to get through all of those crew members before they can actually, even have a chance at basically seizing control and taking the ship.
I don't know, guys. I trust them. I'm sold. How much is the address again? Can I buy it? Is it sold now? No, I gotta wait for it, Invictus, I guess. But I'm gonna 1K plus. Yeah, I'm gonna buy an address. This Invictus, for sure. I'm sold.
And we know that AI has been one of our most asked about topics from the community, so we decided to open up the conversation to the community.
Only one? That's a good question. Maybe I should buy 4. One is gonna be like flown by me, and the NPC is gonna crew it. And then the other 3 are gonna be completely crewed by the NPCs, and I'm gonna be the commander. Because if you remember, back in the day, they were talking about like Command and Conquer style of gameplay with like a command ship, and you will like give commands to your NPC crew, whatever, and the other ships. So yeah, that's actually a really good question. So I'm gonna buy 4 of them. I don't need a new PC. I need for a dry.
Community. And let Tony and Francesco field some of your questions about how it works.
What you will have as a player is the ability to recruit NPC characters to fulfill specific jobs on your ship. But when you basically go to recruit them, that's where the details start to matter. How much are you willing to pay? And a lower quality of chief engineer starts to basically buckle under the pressure, and he starts to make bad decisions, etc. Once he starts to get beyond 3 or 4 or 5 guys that he's controlling. Exact same thing that you'd see in the real world.
Where are we with that? In the current development on hiring AIs?
It's still early in the works. So right now, what we're working a bit more on, and it's connected to this, it's all these AI skills and perks and how they affect the behavior. We might find out that this guy is, I don't know, he's a UE hater, but you don't get that information as a trait. You might have to do a lot of missions.
Dude, the NPCs are so deep. Like, the whole thing is so deep, and it's fucking amazing. What an amazing game.
You might have to play with him a bit, and then you start discovering things.
Like, you need to do, like, profiling of your NPCs. That's mind-blowing, dude. That is like, when I get my 4 Idris, I'm gonna, like, hire another, like, a therapist that's gonna, like, do all the profiling for me. Is that a thing? I'm certain that's a thing. Bro, they can moonwalk. Give them some credits.
For example, if an AI is walking by a guy who he doesn't like, you know, he might not.
What's up, Star?
If he walks by the player and he does like the player, you know, he's going to say hi, or he's going to go out of his way to sort of greet him and interact with him. So it's all like this minutiae, all this like minor details that make up.
But this is Squadron 42.
Like an AI can do.
So we have lots of bridge crew, engineers, gunners, deck crew, even janitors and medical personnel, and they're all spread out quite well considered, given wherever that role might be. And then we have to spread that out across different shifts as well. So you could be at the complete other end of the ship and they'll still be doing their thing. It's not like they despawn as soon as you've turned the corner.
I am expecting a turret gunner to not spend all this time in a turret. He needs to eat, he needs to shower, he needs to sleep. He will go through his entire life cycle. He will have some exercise time where he's at the station. We're talking a ship MPU where you actually will hire a crew.
Can we hire like HR NPCs for our ships or orgs or whatever? So they can tell us if like so the NPCs can complain to the HR. That would be good, right?
To man your station, because let's say today your friends are not online and you just want to have some fun, you will have your NPC crew that you hire and raise and train and all of the lovely stuff.
All right. When's that happening?
Soon. Why'd you ask?
Yeah.
You're going to be able to hire
soon
NPC crew to run the shops, and it's kind of a public space, so you got to be careful.
Wait, replaces being cargo hold 8 shops ran by NPC crew, public space, so must adhere to local restrictions.
What you're stocking and selling there.
Oh, remember this?
Was just seen was basically.
Remember this shit? This was
AI
I'm not even gonna see it.
From one zone to another zone.
Whoa.
Yeah, so like Todd was saying, it's early stages yet.
So the NPC transport, that was like a mission that they did on Microtech, and whoever the player was, boarded this Valkyrie, and this Valkyrie acted as a taxi to the mission. And after that, the guy finished the mission. There was like an alarm. People or NPCs started chasing him. Like, it's never going to happen in Star Citizen, not in like the next 10 years at least. And then the dude like boards a player-owned Carrack, and they start like running. And then you have the atmospheric NPCs that attack them, which is something that didn't happen up until 317. I think it was like 317. I'm not sure. The atmospheric. No, I'm lying. 316 maybe. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So like 2 years afterwards, we got the atmospheric NPC flight model or whatever you want to call it, and they tend to like ram the ground. They're getting better now. But the funniest thing about all of this scripted vertical slices, the funniest thing is, yes, it was scripted, but when the dudes or whoever was flying, I forgot, pressed F11, you could see that there were like 4 people, like 4 players on the server, or 5. It doesn't matter. So there will be like the pilots of the Carrack, the guy that's firing the turrets, or the guy that pressed F11, and the 2 NPCs that attacked him. So let's continue.
But we have AI transitioning between zones and grids, nav meshes. So theoretically, you can have an AI come fly, a whole group of AI fly in, land, a whole bunch of troops get out, say the back of a cutlass as reinforcement.
Correct.
In a combat and you fight, which is something we
amazing gameplay
today. So it's really quite cool.
Emergent. Are you not entertained?
This is actually an AI flown ship that's taking us on a shuttle towards a research facility.
We currently have some of those AI functions, like flying the ship.
Wait, when is this from? Give me a second.
AI functions,
2020, okay.
like flying the ship, but we would still need to build the glue for AI, like what they do off-duty. The captain/owner of the ship will need a way to set what roles he wants the NPCs to do. We are still planning to allow players to take remote control of the NPCs.
When we talk about early work and stuff that is farther on the horizon, this is stuff that is farther on the horizon. We're going to talk about our current intentions with regards to AI NPC crew.
We're already building all of our...
No, look, like you guys are raging like for no fucking reason. Come on. Like this here, I'm going to come back to this, but this here that we just saw, like they're not reacting only because they don't have the shower mechanics and all of that implemented. So they're just like there. They need to take a shower, but there's no shower. And also there's not a shower in a cuddy, right? As far as I remember. No, there's a toilet. There's a toilet, maybe even a shoilet. It doesn't matter. But there's no showering mechanics. So without them, the NPCs are not going to operate. Like we need the showering, we need to have the sleep mechanics and all of that. And they need to go through all the cycles for them to work. Obviously.
Owner of the ship will need a way to set what roles he wants the NPCs to do. We are still planning to allow players to take remote control of the NPCs.
Remote control of the NPCs.
When we talk about early work and stuff that is farther on the horizon, this is stuff that is farther on the horizon. We're going to talk about our current intentions with regards to AI NPC crew.
We're already building all of our behaviors to take skills and traits into consideration. So basically, even the guys you are fighting in Korea, they have skills and traits that are going to be driving some of the decisions. It's not just their skills. Are they well fed? Are they happy? Are they ready? Are they
obviously these guys here were not fed and were unhappy. So they didn't want to fight. Like, come on.
They're like almost about to leave your ship, then they're not going to do a great job shooting someone or manning the station. They're going to be upset. They're not going to become careless.
See, there's the proof.
So you need to maintain your crew.
Suck it, J3PT.
You need to make sure that provides food. That's why our ships have a kitchen, have a food dispenser. So you'll need to you take care of them as your family.
We'll start right off here. What is the development path for hireable NPC crew implementation? Like, what are the design challenges, the prerequisite technologies, the known roadblocks, the gateposts, everything besides just a lot of time?
Behavior 1, walk to the spot. Behavior 2, T-pose like a boss. Behavior 3, shower. Wild T-posing.
Talking about here.
Do you want to start? Okay, I'll start. Yeah, and then a lot is polishing, right? How persistence, so the persistence work we are currently working on as a company, right?
in terms of abilities of doing those behaviors are quite there. Of course, if the loop is not there, the gameplay loop, let's say repairing, if it's not there, then of course we don't want to fake it on the AI side, right?
This assignment in particular it basically just tells this NPC to find this wall panel and just use it forever.
You all remember
There's
this.
going to be plenty of situations where we want in Squadron or wherever we're going to want these NPCs just staying in that place because we know that as the player's going to walk through there, that it's going to look good if somebody's there.
If there's loads of people having to go off or the player leaving loads of trays behind, then there's going to have to be a janitor character who comes in and picks up those trays and takes them back, so we don't get a mess hall that's just full with trays.
To properly manage expectations, we are shooting for the moon with this thing, and when
did they finish this whole segment or this whole show with a badum-tish over here?
When it is complete and when it is fully developed, it'll be a thing unlike any other. But NPC Crew is not a soon thing. It is a after many other things are done.
What an ending. What a fucking ending. As I've said, if you're not subscribed to Golgot 100, I do not know what you're doing with your lives. So here's the link.